It's episode 191 of the Authorpreneur Secrets podcast. And in today's show, I am going to be concluding the three-part series on Million Dollar Book Secrets, the author's shortcut to making millions without mass book sales. And I'm going to be sharing the third million dollar book model, which is turning your book into a certification program. And I'm talking about a high ticket certification program as a way to fast track your income and monetize your book beyond book sales so that you can achieve your million dollar goal fast. I'm also going to be talking about the latest in my entrepreneurship ventures. So stay tuned. Greetings, Apreneurs. Welcome to the Authorpreneur Secrets podcast, the show that uncovers the secrets to win with books beyond book sales and dominate entrepreneurship. Through exclusive author interviews, stories, and must-have resources, you will discover some of the secrets and strategies to thrive with books and generate lasting income. I invite you to become an Authorpreneur ambassador and join me in my mission to raise up 10,000 Caribbean entrepreneurs by 2030. Spread the word about the podcast and encourage more people to increase their impact and income with books beyond book sales. Without further ado, let's get into the show. All right, let's start off with the latest in my entrepreneurship ventures. I'm excited. Can you see that? For those who are watching the YouTube version, I completed and published my second co-authored book. Look at it, Making Sense of 9 to 5 in the East and the West with Dr. Boaz Young from Hong Kong, China. Oh my goodness. Never in my wildest dreams would I have believed that I would co-author a book with someone from China. Never, 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 never. Never in my wildest dreams, did it cross my mind when I was renamed Ruth that I would write a book with someone called Boaz. I mean, life has a way of throwing some pleasant surprises along your way. But I've been passionate about the theology of work, business as mission, because when I was a traditional missionary, you go overseas, you raise up persons and you send them to do good works and to share the gospel to expand God's kingdom. And you would live off raising support and that kind of thing. That was the thing. And when I felt God was leading me to become an entrepreneur and particularly an author entrepreneur, an authorpreneur. Many kept asking me, are you still in missions? What are you doing? Because we've narrowly defined missions in the Christian community or ministry to what takes place in church, or you're doing some good social work in the community. We don't see our business as ministry. We don't see our work as ministry. And if we want to reach people, the place where we spend two-thirds of our lives is in the workforce. We need to place greater emphasis at being a good witness there. And so this book is about applying wisdom in the workplace. What this is the proof copy that I had to go through. And it was supposed to come out on the 30th of November. And man, it was challenging because I had several things doing. So I wasn't sure I could make the deadline with the print version. With the ebook, yes, because if there's any mistake, I don't want there to be any mistake. The digital version can be corrected. But not with the print. I wasn't sure I could print it to read through to make sure the spacing issues and anything I missed on screen would have been covered. And we made it. So the hardcover and the paperback were published actually before the ebook, and we had 14 persons place pre-orders for the ebook, which was on $4.99 until the 30th. It's now at $9.99. So the hardcover and the paperback will be on discount for the rest of the year. It's $12.99 for the paperback and $18.99, I think, for the hardcover. And I'm excited about how we're going to use this book to conduct training, because actually the title of the book came from a series of trainings that I did when I did the course Theology of Work. So A lot of this book, in terms of my chapters, actually came from my course and my final paper. So, in essence, I converted my final paper to a book, and Dr. Boaz did the same thing. A lot of what he has here came out of his own dissertation that had to do with business as mission. And so, go and get this book in case you're wondering, as a Christian, how you can be more effective in your workplace. The subtitle is Apt, Applying Wisdom in the Workplace.
Your book is the perfect spark to get the fire going in your personal life, career, business, or ministry. Light that book spark.
I'm so excited. So this makes book number 11 of 12 published this year. So I was on kind of like a book a month challenge for myself. I don't know. In May, I just decided at the 10th anniversary celebration, why not keep writing? And so I really need to have an episode that I go through all the books that were published this year, right? So the next book is Driving with Confidence. Now, I did some more edits this week, and I am giving myself a Driving with Confidence challenge, as you know, to publish this book because it's about how I gain courage to stay behind the wheel. It's a tiny book. It's probably going to be the size of similar to this, but actually maybe smaller. Similar to Small Book, Big Impact, because it was over 10,000 words and then I cut out a lot of things, so it's now over 8,000 words. And it's small. The driving book that we use in Jamaica is a very thin book as well. By the time this broadcast goes out, the Small Book Big Impact Challenge would have been finished, and it was fabulous. We had writing sprints every Saturday, so we end up with 5 writing sprints because November started on a Saturday. And so on Saturday, the 29th, I completed the last writing sprint, and it was so amazing. We had winners in each category. So now the prize included 2 months in the Authorpreneur Secrets Academy. We have a publishing support program which goes alongside my publishing business certification program, where you get support. You're self-publishing with support, and you have a coach to work alongside you. And I go in once per month to take you through the stages of publishing on a budget and learning how to monetize your book to become an authorpreneur. And so every January, I take in at least 10 persons. On average, most of the persons who join the academy over the years, the publishing support membership group, they usually finish in 4 months or top it 6 months. And so I already have the coaches in training there. They've just finished their level 1 certification, so they know how to publish, and now they're going to do their practicum. The aim of the publishing support program, the Authorpreneur Secrets membership group, is to help you to publish on a budget. So between 500 and 1,000, but not to pass 1,000. That includes the membership fees. We also have a special deal, like if you pay $1,000, you get all the services that you need to publish the book. That's a one-time fee, but your book cannot exceed 20,000 words because it's both the membership fee and the services. So that's a steal of a deal, right? So, uh, that is one of the entrepreneurship ventures. Now, the thing is, this podcast, the Academy, everything I do is leading up to our Vision 2030, which is to get 10,000 authors to engage in entrepreneurship. So we are going to train you. There's actually a free course, Authorpreneur Secrets 101, that's going to be launching at the Caribbean Authorpreneur Summit in January. That's January 30 to 31. That's the end of the summit. And then we're going to invite you to take the challenge, which is to turn your book into at least one profitable income stream beyond book sales. And then we're going to challenge you to make between $1,000 and $10,000 every 90 days. And using the million-dollar book strategies, and that will be a million-dollar book challenge in and of itself. And of course, the other entrepreneurship venture is the publishing training and certification program, which ties in nicely with the million-dollar book lessons for this week. So I certified the final publisher for this year, that's Delia Plunkett. She completed the Premium Publishing Business Certification Program. That program was at 5,000 US dollars. It's now going to be 6,000 US dollars in 2026. And it's a book and a business you get with it. So you publish your own book and you use that book to start your publishing business. So it's using the book as a business card model. And then you do the practicum where you actually have to publish a book for 1 to 4 persons, depending on the number of persons who are in the academy at the time. So by the time you're finished, you get testimonials. And so you don't start from scratch and you can build your website. So let me show you Delia's website, which is Lior Gem Publishing and her services. So I'm so excited. So it's liorgem.com. Let me show you that. I feel like, a proud mama. So look at it. Discover Lior Gem's publishing artistry, where creativity meets excellence, empowering nonfiction authors with creativity and quality for lasting impact. And she has why you should choose Lior Gem. She has her publishing roadmap. It is just so good. So I'm duplicating me, which is one of the secrets. It's the CRT strategy, which is create, reproduce, and transform. So you want to create some transformative initiative that reproduces your own effort. And so I learned to publish and start a publishing business. So I've created a program that reproduces my transformational results, and others are doing the same. So this is a CRT model with publishing services. And publishing services is one of the fastest ways to generate income with a book. It's an author-based business, right? And it is sustainable because that's what it's about, sustainable income. And so she has manuscript evaluation, publishing consulting and coaching, book publishing, and more. And the different packages, going to find the packages. So our publishing packages start with as low as, I think it is 750 polished gem starter pack to the crown jewel that goes up to 2,600 US dollars. No, she is not asking me to promote this. I'm showing you one of my entrepreneurship ventures, which is a premium publishing business certification coming out of the book Authorpreneur Secrets, of which the show is named. So that is one of my entrepreneurship ventures. Another big entrepreneurship venture, well, this time is with Bamboo Sparks, is our Christmas mission to Westmoreland, to one of the affected communities from the Category 5 Hurricane Melissa that hit Jamaica. It is just so amazing to see so many people reaching out to help Jamaica. Bamboo Sparks is small. We can't build 200 homes, but the part that we want to help to in the recovery efforts is, since we're a publishing company, is with books, and also as an entrepreneur, the entrepreneurship model. We want to help those folks to write books that can generate income, and we are going to be distributing some, what we call it, school supply kits. We're also going to be investing in food security. So we've partnered with Bluefield Organic Farms by one of our authors. He has a book, From Homelessness to a Healing Haven, and he's writing a second book, Give Thanks for Life, Surviving Hurricane Melissa. So that's Keith Wedderburn, Bluefields Organic Farm. We're partnering with him, as well as a church in the community, pastored by his sister, who went to school with me. That's Pastor Lauret Wedderburn and her husband, Reverend Ellis, and they're also helping people to rebuild their homes. And so, re-roofing one of the homes, you need about 16 sheets of zinc. And so, we want you to help with that. And then we are delivering books. And so, we're asking our authors to donate children's books. We want to give out at least 50 school kits, and we're going to be doing a workshop on how to have your own organic vegetable garden. If you want to assist us, the exercise notebooks is 1,000 Jamaican dollars, or you can donate 10 US dollars to help us to print the Pages of Hope notebook. Or if you want to donate exercise books to go into the package, it's $1,000. If you want to donate the zinc, you can give $20 towards a sheet of zinc. And Bamboo Sparks, we've set up a page on our website for that. So that's bamboosparks.com/Melissa H. And so we're going to do at least 3 missions outreach in 2026, and books will be the heart of that. So that's an authorpreneur initiative, because what the authors can do, they can donate books, but they can get persons to actually buy their books to donate. So it's both income and impact at the same time. And so it's business is a wonderful way to alleviate poverty. And so you're not exploiting the people. You're actually ethically helping, because all the food, the supplies that people need, they have to buy it. And so it's important for us to have resources. And that's what Vision 2030 is about: poverty alleviation, and getting our authors to not only earn more, but to be able to make a difference in the world. All right, so there's a give or donation button, which is our usual payment link, and then you can sign up, give your name, tell us what you want. So all kind of children's book, once they're in good condition, and once you go and fill out the form, bambusparks.com/Melissa H, we will contact you and arrange for collection. So I'm going to end there in terms of the latest in my entrepreneurship ventures. Yay! All right, so let's get to our $1 million book strategy number 3, our model: having a certification program. No, Honoree Cardner, in her book, You Must Monetize Your Book, also speak to this. I remember when I did a certification program with IAP Career College, and that's where I got my career coaching certificate. The entire online course was built around a book, a coaching book that they had. And we had to go through the coaching book, read the lessons, complete the exercises, and do the quiz at the end. And they made room if you wanted to talk to a teacher or a facilitator in the program. And it was $99, and I was certified. And that's where I started getting ideas for $99 courses and things like that. But if you want to fast track your income, you can have a high ticket certification program built around your book. No, it depends on your expertise, because if you're offering high ticket, you have to be able to deliver on your promise, and you have to be an expert, the knowledgeable in a certain area. So my expertise is in publishing and writing, and I've had a publishing business for 10 years. And so I turned the book Authorpreneur Secrets into a certification program. So Authorpreneur Secrets is actually the guidebook for the program, and becoming a publisher is an entrepreneurship strategy, is one of the most effective strategy for sustainable income. And so I developed this program and it is 4 to 6 months. It includes, as I told you before, when you heard the Dahlia story, coaching. You publish a book, so you use your book as your business card. So you publish a book to say, yes, I have done it. This is proof of concept, and you start your business. But you also publish for others along the way, because that's how I started the publishing business. When my first book was published, people kept coming to me asking me, how do you publish a book? What did you do? And I didn't take it as anything. um, I knew after the first experience that I wanted to publish for myself, and I thought about maybe I could start a publishing company and help people with their first 1,000 books and stuff like that. But publishing seemed intimidating, so I laid it aside. And then it came back forcefully in 2018 when I went full time, left my job, and one day it was as if the voice of the Lord said, you're leaving money on the table. And I was struggling to pay the bills. And within 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes after posting on social media that I'm offering publishing consultation services, somebody contacted me. And so it's documenting these experiences of learning to publish and publishing for 4 years, because this book was Authorpreneur Secrets was my fifth book, that I was able to put all of this together. And then 2023, I revised the book on one of the publishing challenges. And so I use it. And so you learn to publish, you work with others. And the cost of that is $6,000. No, I have offered 50% scholarships, and sometimes in the beginning, like a 70% scholarship. So you would have paid $1,500 for the program, or 2,500. Then we do the rest via service exchange. So you would edit and things like that. We have different ways for persons to pay for the program or pay in full, right? I have done that. And sometimes you can experiment. But even at the $1,500, if you get just four persons in the program, that would have been your 6,000, and then you sell copies. That is a faster way to make your Jamaican million. If it is a US million, it could be the same thing. So you just have to calculate how many clients you need at $6,000. And one of my clients said that this premium certification program is valued way more than what I'm offering it for, even at the $6,000. And I agree. So this could easily well be a $10,000 program. Why? You're getting a book published, right? Now, in Bamboo Sparks, for example, to publish a book of 15,000 words, it starts at 2,500. So when you publish the book, when I charge $6,000 and you get the book for 2,500, right? You're getting that package, and I'm there with you, coaching and guiding you. That leaves what? 2,500 from 6,000 or 5,000. 5,000 would have been 2,500. Let's use that. You're basically getting the rest of the training for 2,500. And when you put your packages together, some of those that I train, their first package is $2,500 dollars. So with the book, if they sell 100 copies or so, they make back that money. And so if it is so easy for you to make back your investment, it means the package really should be higher. So one of these days, I'm really going to make it a $10,000 program. Because that's what it should be. In fact, it is even valued at more than that, because you're getting a business, and with the business, you are it's a business for life. And I'm sure you're going to get clients. Several of those that I've trained, before the program is finished, they get their first client. Sometimes they start off at a low price, $1,000 for the package. Then they move up to $1,500. And you have those, depending on the country that they're in, because some of them are like in the States, they have their $2,000 package. And some even put like their almost $4,000 package. And so offering it at 5,000 is a steal of a deal. But the point is, when you certify people, you are replicating your process. It can be a form of licensing. And this came to me as well because as a teacher, you went to teachers college, the older teachers teach you how to teach, then you go out and you earn your income. And so if you can create certification program, no, it can be around any expertise. So if you're training leaders to take over, then you can certify them. So certification is one of the ways as well that you can do succession planning. Whatever industry you are in, it continues through certification. So you can create a book that will become the guide and you certify. So with the certification program comes the e-copy of the book. And then you can order the print if you want. And so what happens is that you're both marketing the book, selling the book, and you're monetizing beyond book sales. And so that's one of the $1 million book models. You could certify anything, in speaking, any expertise. If you're a gardener and you write a book on how to create the best gardens, even the organic farming, Keith could come up with, Keith Wedderburn, Mr. Wedderburn could come up with, even the organic farming, Mr. Wedderburn could come up with a certification program using his farm and a book that captures the methods, how to become a certified organic farmer, and he can charge whatever he wants to charge for it. I'm helping another client, Dr. Clara Ricky. She's been a special educator, had her own school for over 50 years. She's been in this business, and so she can train others now, certify them to become certified behavior specialist. And she has the book, Yes, They Can. And in fact, that's what she's going to do. Not just offering a course, but take it at a higher level where you certify them. That means they're able to deliver and teach others this same process. And your certification programs, high ticket, they say normally starts at 3,000. For me, high ticket could start at 1,000 too, but anything over 3,000 US dollars is considered like a high ticket program. And then it's worth it because you're giving people a skill that they can use for many years to earn from. And so the publishing business certification is really a steal of a deal because you get the book, you can go sell the book, that's an asset. You can go create multiple income streams from the book and you get the publishing business. And not only that, the final bonus there is that in your first year, if you wish, you can freelance with Bamboo Sparks and then you get paid to manage clients. And so it's a win-win. And Bamboo Sparks need more publishing managers. And so it is a win-win. So what are the lessons learned? Well, you have to publish your own books and you want to name it after you or something like that. You people learn by doing, and so they want someone to work alongside them. That's why it works with my certification program. They work with real authors. They build while they learn, so it's a learn and earn initiative, and there's a fast ROI. You recover your investment with just 2 to 3 clients. I'm reading from $1 Million Book Secrets, or by selling 100 to 200 copies of your book. So that particular program is for authors who want to become publishers. It's for trainers, coaches, speakers, and authors who want to scale their income. Burnout births innovation. Use your pain to pivot. One of the things that I hadn't said is that honestly, my dream is really not to be publishing for others myself in the weeds. And I prefer to teach how to publish. And that's what I want to do, ideally, to move away from being in the business of publishing. I really want to be a publishing consultant and just publish my own books. But by teaching others, I fulfill the mandate that I believe God has given me, which is to publish His glory among the nations, because now I'm getting others to publish. And so that's the way out. But if I could live the dream, it would really be just to be a publishing consultant, and the only books I publish would be my own books. And so when I was struggling with publishing and I was frustrated because I'm an introvert and sometimes working with people for me is a challenge. We can't do without people, but the constant contact with people is really a challenge. I said, how else could I do this to multiply my impact, still get books published without me doing it? One way was to certify people. And so it's not a competition for me because my business can't publish 1,000 books in a year by myself. And of making many books, there is no end. And so I don't see it as competition. Certification to scale. Replication frees your time while expanding your reach. Start small. So the first client can fund your refinement. So I started small with one client, one on one. And then in the trainings, it's been like two persons in the training. And I like that. It's intimate because this is not for everybody. Number 4, charge your value. So, I've been talking about this program is worth much. So, $5,000 is not too much for transformation or whatever your charge is for your certification, the high ticket, because you're looking at the return for the person. And once in good conscience, you know that's going to bring good return and people can see the value. When people know the price, they will pay the price. So lots of persons are poor. Half of the world live on less than $2 per day. So half of the world is considered materially, economically poor. So this won't be for everybody. So it's a big investment. But the point I was making is that poor people believe in education and so they sacrifice for it, they borrow for it. Other people set up scholarships because they know that education is a ticket out of poverty. The same way, like your certification, if people see the value of it, even though they have no money, they will do it. When I started publishing, I didn't have any money. I was unemployed, didn't have a job, but I paid $5,000 to publish, and I put myself in more debt with the rest of the publishing expenses, printing, book launch. Well, it's printing and marketing. And I wasn't working, so I found innovative ways to fund the program. And so you have to believe in your value. Execution matters. Execution matters. Don't just teach theory, require results. That's why we have a practicum component in my certification program. You learn by doing. So coaching real authors during the training is non-negotiable. They have to do the practicum. Sell the transformation, not the training. So focus on the business outcome or the certification outcome. Market with a mission. It isn't just about book. It's about building wealth. It's about legacy. It's about sustainable income. It's about changing lives. Structure creates success. So having the boot camps, the assignments, and the different touch points to track. So there is actually a roadmap that I use, a certification roadmap. Or in school terms, we have a curriculum. So they must see what you're going to do, or we create guides for the persons. Number 10, vision drives it all. My goal is to train and certify 100 publishers. Now, all of them don't have to do this premium certification program where they're working with me one-on-one while they establish the business. There are shorter programs that I have. So there's actually a 4-week version of this where they do a masterclass and boot camp. But after that, they go do it on their own. So that's like a level 1 basic publishing certification program. But the level 2, where you become a publishing coach, takes it to a different level and you start your business. So 10,000 authorpreneurs by 2030. This is part of the larger vision, right? So what if we had 100 publishers publishing 100 books each in 3 years? You would get to the target, right? And then teaching those authors now to monetize their books beyond book sales. So those are the lessons. The final set is not 12 lessons. Here I have 10, whereas the others were 12 lessons. So it's your turn. What kind of certification program are you going to build to fast track your income with books?